Graham. If you are easily triggered or offended, please exercise caution. Because the hosts really don't care. Warning, this show is not for children. And not for coworkers either. And yes, that includes you, Cindy. I'm sorry, but your perfume is about to make me physically ill. I could smell you when you got out of your car.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the show. It is a bright and sunny. It is a dim and sunny Wednesday. What day is today? It's bright. It's bright over in Kentucky. Yeah. What? Honestly, what day is it? Is it Thursday?
It's Thursday, dude.
It's Thursday.
Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you.
Oh, may the 4th be with you.
Star Wars Day. Happy Star Wars Day, geek.
Yeah, I did.
Damn,
you know what?
nerds.
That it would have been good to throw that at me like I don't know, before I'd made a drag queen title for the show.
No. I personally, JJ, I don't know if you know me very well, but
Yeah.
I personally would much rather look at a drag queen's picture on the title than Star Wars.
It's really
so. I mean, you know me so well.
It's really just any opportunity at all to make the
To look at drag queens
excuse. Yeah, I mean, like
JJ loves
like
drag queens.
You can't do it in your day-to-day life so much unless you are, I don't know, what, in the military, unless you're in the Navy. You can't just go around looking at drag queens all the time. The rest of us have to wait for a good reason.
We like to have drag queen day at my house. Stop. Okay, we're getting off to hey, how's it going, man? How's it
I'm actually going to have we done that here?
No,
because my kids like to play dress up, and they've tried to make me dress up, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm JJ. That's DK. And every morning we drink coffee and talk about news, politics, culture, pop culture, drag queens.
Drag queens, werewolves.
I don't know. Yeah, please, God, bring werewolves back.
Do I need to look? Do I need to find a werewolf story so that we can talk about werewolves?
I'm pretty sure they were.
And you, our viewer, if you find a werewolf story, please join our Discord server and post it for us so that we can talk about it, because we love talking about werewolves.
You know, it doesn't have to be exclusively werewolves. It could be anything. It could be like
werewolves. It could be a bat, it could be duck-billed platypus. It could be a duck-billed platypus story.
Yeah, it could be a person that thinks that they are a cat, a werecat.
A werecat?
Yeah, don't you think that would be? Is that a thing? What about a werefish? Has anyone ever?
I don't know, but I want to do that now.
Werefish. Well, we have, and then there's the werepersons, the kind of people that transform into other kinds of people. All right, Deacon. Music, please.
I have a good one today for you. Today's changed.
I gotta get coffee.
Okay, today's changed. In the middle of this, but I say this every day. If you are just now tuning in, we add a song to Deke's playlist. I am a DJ. I have been a radio station DJ for over 30 years. I have won several awards, but I don't work on a major radio station anymore. I work on a little bitty small radio station because that's how my life is now, and I'm very happy with it. But I know and have forgotten more about music than I have forgotten more about popular music than JJ will ever know. It cracks me up. I think he will know the song today, though. I specifically changed the song because I was like, JJ won't know this song, but he will know this song. And the reason I changed the song, this is one of my favorite songs today. We're doing keyboardists, pianists this week. We focused on bass players. We focused on drummers, keyboardists in song, pianists in song. How many can you name? You know, but you know them, and you know the one today. This is one of my favorite songs of all time. I'm actually playing a version of this today on my show on the radio. I play the covered dish. You know, the covered dish I do here in about 20 minutes. It's a covered song, and the cover song today is a bluegrass song. I don't know why I'm doing this, but it's a cover song. Yeah, I don't know why.
Because it's drag queen day, sir.
Yeah, I'm squeezing the
drag queen day
breasticles. The song today is Mandolin Rain by Bruce Hornsby and the Range. Do you remember that song, JJ? Listen to the mandolin rain. Listen to the music on the lake.
It's not ringing bells for me. Hold
you will, if you listen to the very beginning, you will immediately recognize it. It starts off with a beautiful piano part. Right, Bruce Hornsby is an exceptional, unbelievable piano player. Listen to his music. He had the other big song, The Way It Is. Those were huge songs on the radio back in the 80s that have been played over and over and over. Do you not remember this song?
I think I've.
Oh, JJ. Oh, this song is one of my favorite songs of all time. I can listen to. I play like 2 different country versions that people cover. I've got a Pam Tillis version of Mandolin Rain that I play on my station because it's so freaking good. It's such a beautiful song, such beautiful lyrics about the girl leaving or your loved one leaving. And it's so good, man. So listen to it today. Listen to the piano in the song. It's such a beautiful song, such a pretty song. Bruce Hornsby is a great artist. I can't believe you never heard that. That's a classic radio.
I've never heard this.
Classic rock staple. That's a classic radio staple.
And the blurry camera and the candlelight makes me think he wants to have intentions. So.
Don't watch the video.
That's the first one that came up. I was trying to hear it.
I'm pressing.
I know you're right
over here. Don't watch the video. Every one of these that I've posted, I posted one live video of Dennis DeYoung and Styx. The reason I do that is because I don't want you watching it. I
shouldn't be watching the music
video. Want you listening to it.
All right.
Listen to it. When there's visual, it messes with your listening.
It sure does.
It does. I'm telling you. I know this. I know what I'm talking about. Listen to these songs. Right. Quit watching the videos because you don't listen to it when you watch. You're like, what's she doing over there shaking her booty? Yeah. Why is it all blurry is what you just said.
Yeah. Why is it blurry and why are there candles? What is happening, sir?
You're worried about everything else and you're not listening to the song. Listen to the song. Yeah. Quit watching the videos. Okay. Right. There's my scolding of JJ for the day.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Rick there. Brian over in chat. Everybody on rumble.com leaving messages. And by the way, thank you so much for watching.
Never mind. I'm not going to bring this up. Go ahead. I want to see drag queen titles. Come on.
The title for today's episode.
Let's get it over with. It's like a Band-Aid. Rip it off.
Siren Harpy Daniels is recruiting boys in the Navy. Because if you weren't here, sir.
I turned on when I joined the stream here a minute ago before we went on. JJ was jamming to the Village People in the Navy. And, you don't know fucking Mandolin Rain by Bruce Hornsby and the Range, but know in the Navy by the fucking Village People, God damn it.
I didn't make them a cultural milestone or touchstone. That wasn't me. I was a baby. I was 1 year old, 1 year old when this happened.
Mm-hmm. No, you're going to get us copyright struck. Turn the shit off and get to the main story and get this crap over with.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, or gentlemen and gentlemen, an important. I was thinking about this earlier while I was getting ready for the day, Deacon, because we've talked about it before. And it's about in your life. Have you ever gotten into fights? Have you ever gotten into a fist fight or something like that?
Yes, I've gotten my ass kicked a couple of times. I will admit that. It humbled me.
And one kind of aspect of being in fights is maybe the ability to deter being in a fight, the ability to dissuade your aggressor from ever attacking you in the first place.
De-escalate. Right? You have to have good de-escalation techniques.
That, I mean, it's not one thing. It's a bunch of things,
No,
right?
it's a bunch.
It's to be able to,
Yeah.
it's to be able to like, hey, calm down. Let's just talk about this, or wind it
Those
back and
martial
not
arts
provoke
masters
anymore.
are those martial
And
arts masters are I've
right,
always been so impressed with those guys that can keep their calm and
right,
de-escalate. I've always been so
yeah,
impressed with that because I can't do that. I can't do
right.
that.
I mean, sometimes like maintaining eye contact is a sign of aggression, or other times it's a sign of weakness. So like, there's psychological things that are happening. You have to,
Body language.
you got to be present in the moment to be not reactive, but like to
Right,
know
right.
exactly. And there's signals that you give off that say, I'm a victim, beat me up, or if you bring it over here and I'm going to smash you, right? Like there's
Right.
different kinds of
Where are we
signals.
getting at? Sorry.
No, we're getting there somewhere. I
Okay.
promise. So, so that's true in when you're a 13-year-old boy in school and there's a big bully, and if you can dissuade him from attacking you, you can get out of fights, and sometimes you can't, and you get into fights. And it's the same at the
You've taken too
global
long. I gotta
level,
talk.
international.
Sorry.
It's the same at the global level, international level, between militaries. You have a military that projects strength and power, and you have a military that projects weakness, and you invite aggression. And we see this play out in our modern world as Russia has been the aggressor, and Ukraine tried to stay in their border, and Russia has been like stomping all over Ukraine dirt for I don't know, a year and a half now. So it's the same thing. It's the same story. Whether it's you avoiding getting into a fist fight when you're a kid, or avoiding getting into a military conflict in the international realm. So the
I'm,
United States
I'm
Navy.
okay. I'm so lost.
Uh,
We've taken so
that's
long to
because
get here that I don't even
you're
remember
hungry.
what we're talking
I know.
about.
I know. See, okay. Here's
What
the
are we
thing.
talking about?
I know, Deacon. See, the whole thing is like a joke. Is like you take people a certain way and then you turn at the last minute and they don't get it, and
I
then
don't
they're like, "Oh, that was
understand.
funny." No, no. Now I've
Okay,
explained it, so it's not going to work. So the United States Navy
just read the
is
story. Yeah, please. I
has
don't know what
hired
you're
a
talking about.
drag queen to be the face of the recruitment drive. A recruitment is down so low in the military and in the Navy in particular that some big brains in the Navy thought, I know what'll appeal to them young boys. We need to get on a boat. We'll get some drag queens. And they've appointed Harpy Daniels, aka Yeoman Second Class Josh Kelly, who identifies as non-binary. He's been appointed as the first of 5 Navy digital ambassadors from that a program that ran from October to March.
So,
Uh,
okay, we all know. Let's get down to the beans and taters here, okay?
oh yes,
What is going? I don't want to beat around the bush with all this bullshit that you're going to see and read and hear in every goddamn news station around. Let's get down to the beans and taters. All right. 20 years ago, it was don't ask, don't tell.
yeah.
Now it's, hey, you know this shit that you used to make fun of the Navy about for 40 years? Well, we're embracing it now. Okay. So it almost makes me, the numbers are down. This is just logical thinking. The numbers are down. They didn't hit their recruitment numbers last year. They're trying to figure out ways to do it this year. Did they fucking hire the Bud Light bitch? What the fuck? Do you not realize that this is going to piss off the good old goddamn poor fucking country boys that's going to join the Army and Navy anyway? These are kids that live in my backyard. The ones, these 14, 15, these are my children that are going to be joining the armed forces. And do you think this shit is going to make this attractive to them? I'm just wondering because I personally am a middle-aged, white, cracker, Southern, bigoted, racist, homophobic fucking cracker. So I don't know. My IQ
You're
is
just
so
putting all the
low,
labels
I
on.
can't believe I even speak in coherent sentences. Okay, so I don't know anything. I'm asking a question.
What's their plan? Why are they doing this?
Why? Do you think this is going to get your 65,000 number? You think this is going to hit that 65,000? Something like this? I'm just asking. Because
Nope.
JJ, you're a stats and you're a number person, and you gave us these numbers not too long ago. How many heterosexual couples identify in America or whatnot? What was it, like goddamn 96% or some shit like that?
The number of adult people that are like identifying as something other than like heterosexual is way up. It's up like 20% now. It was like 10% 20 years ago, 10 years ago. Yeah,
so dentrophiliacs. I guess if people want to go and screw a tree, I guess we can't fucking say anything.
I don't know.
I would be a fucking bigot.
Overall confidence in the United States government and military is decreasing.
You think? Why is that?
Yeah,
that's crazy. I don't know why it is. It's weird that it's doing that.
I mean,
it's not like we've been in the war for fucking 20 years against nobody.
Yeah, and lost and
just leave our shit. Yeah, it's not like we're showing the world that we're the coolest and awesomest fucking army ever. I mean, we're a bunch of. It's not like we're supporting our troops. Why in the hell would I want to send my son into this? You can get a good job and you'll have money and you can go to college and blah, blah, blah. But you're going to suffer for the rest of your fucking life. You might have PSD, that shit. The fucking VA is not going to help you. I've watched this. Why the suicide rates among it's
incredibly
unbelievable. High. These men and women coming back killing themselves. It's unacceptable. And so why is that attractive? That is not attractive. They're not going to hit their numbers again this year. And you know what that's going to do, JJ, you know what that's going to do? Their numbers are going to go down. Our military is going to go down. So what's going to happen? Oh, we're either going to have to do what JJ always fucking says. We're either going to have to, downgrade our status in the world as not the big bad badass because we don't have the army to back it up, or we're going to keep our big bad status in the world, and we're going to do what fucking JJ's been trying to get us to fucking do for a month now.
Star War.
Get goddamn guns on AI robots.
Yeah. That's the only way we're going to meet our recruitment goals. I'm not even
joking on that. I'm being serious in that.
Dude, I am joking, but I'm also like, we have to take this thing serious, and it's the only way that you're going to get people to take it serious. But I promise you, the same dipshits that are like, let's put men in makeup and make that our advertising for our military. These same dipshits in 5 years are going to be like, let's put guns on robots. That'll work.
Why do we not have a job? Because the robots are taking over everything. Well, you can't hit your fucking recruitment. You wonder why? How is the guy in high heels? How do those high heels, how do they work when you're running through the fucking battlefield with an M16?
It's hard to march in
do they do marching in high heels there now? I feel bad because a lot of my family members were in the fucking Navy.
And here's the thing. First of all, I mean, there's so many dimensions to this. Didn't the Navy already kind of have like a reputation of being like the gayest branch of the military? It wasn't fair. It wasn't right. It was left over from the Village People song or whatever. But
I think it was left over from way before the Village People.
I'm gonna say it was unfair, even if maybe it wasn't unfair. I knew at least a few guys in the Navy. In fact, we know one right now. Brian's saying San Francisco already tried to put guns on robot dogs for police work. Yeah, we saw that. In fact, didn't they put a bomb on it? Yeah, they put an explosive on it. So, do you remember that story, Deacon? We covered it 2 months ago.
Hey, you know what? My grandfather was in the Navy. Yeah. Both of my grandfathers were in the Navy. Ashley's father was in the Navy. My grandfather's only brother, his only sibling, was killed right after the Battle of Midway at 18 years old. In World War II, the Japanese, I did studying on this to figure out what the hell happened and where he died. Because he died after the Battle of Midway on an aircraft carrier. The United States was bombing factories and stuff in Japan coming up through, and they were doing air raid runs going through and bombing factories and stuff and coming back. And one of the planes was coming back to land, and my great uncle was a flagman on the aircraft carrier, and it was coming into land, and it was on fire. And when it landed, when it got beside him and a couple of the others, it blew up, and it killed the other two guys, but he didn't make it. They were flying him to the base hospital when he died. He was 18 years old in like 1951 or something like that. So yeah, I mean, the Navy is a very respectable organization.
Yeah, they have a rich history
Absolutely.
of service, and right now it's being driven by lunatics. We have
if these guys want to dress up and drag and do stuff like that in your own free time, whatever, dude. I'm not judging you, but you're in uniform. You're in fucking uniform.
This is the Navy appointing a representative of the Navy because he's a drag queen. What the fuck, Dan? All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That you're right. That's what it is. It's them appointing him a representative strictly because of that he is a drag. That's the problem.
So are we homophobic? Is that the problem? Is that the problem, Deacon? Are we homophobic?
I'm not homophobic. I don't give a shit.
Is that what we're being told? So it's not just us that has come on. It violates common sense. This entire thing just violates common sense. It's offensive. That's why I'm making fun of it, because it's like, this is so stupid. This is the stupidest shit ever. Ex-Navy SEAL Robert J. O'Neill, who helped kill Osama bin Laden, is outraged over this.
Say that.
He's
again.
outraged.
Say that sentence again.
Ex-Navy SEAL Robert J. O'Neill, who helped kill Osama bin Laden. Because
I love that line. That's hilarious. Okay,
you don't think that happened? You don't think that happened?
Do I not think that happened?
Yeah.
No. Okay, keep reading.
A decorated Navy SEAL veteran who was part of the mission that killed Osama bin Laden, whether Deacon believes it or not, has spoken out against the Navy's new ad recruitment campaign. Specifically, this. I don't know what happened to the.
Did you buy that? Did you buy that? They snuck in, they killed him, and they dumped his body in the sea before anybody could do anything. You bought that whole thing, like hook, line, and sinker? I didn't at all. I didn't at all.
Yeah, that's okay.
That was the shittiest fucking story. I'm like, who did that? Who did you ask a third grade class to come up with this fucking backstory? What the hell? You dumped his body in the ocean before you could get. Oh, well, we can't do the Muslim stuff because we just dumped it because we had to get rid of it.
So, are you suggesting that they never found him, or are you suggesting?
I'm not suggesting anything. I'm
black boxed him.
I'm suggesting that story's bullshit. Is what I'm suggesting. I'm suggesting what we were told is bullshit. It's bullshit. My bullshit meter was going off like big time. It was.
I mean, certainly. Okay, certainly, it is credible that that the government would fucking lie to you. Like that is very reasonable for you to believe that. But there's a podcast. I think it's it's not Sean O'Neill.
Your Two Dads?
No, that's a great podcast.
Is it called Your Two Dads?
That's a great podcast. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Looked on Rumble.
There's a show about that this veteran does, and he interviews other veterans, and they sit there and they drink whiskey and they talk for 4 hours at a time or whatever, and they talk.
So we're not on the
live. We're not. No, we must be because Brian's over there talking
we're on
to
the
us.
Podcast.
Yeah. Okay. Are we on top? Are we still winning? Oh, I love it when
we're on
we win.
The top.
Anyway, all right. The Navy, great. Okay. Let's see. We got some other news. Apparently, yesterday, Deacon, maybe you knew God. Can you guys? Daily Mail? Let me just show you this. Daily Mail looks like it was put together on Idiocracy. There couldn't be more ads on this page than what is going on right here. I mean, look at this. We got shrimp, we got shoes, we got pants, we got, I don't know, whatever this is over here. Okay.
God almighty, it is 1, 2, 3, 4,
like
5.
it's a bunch.
Close that. God almighty.
It's having so much trouble. I think it's causing my computer to lag down. Okay. Yesterday, news broke that an assassination attempt was carried out, attempting to kill Vladimir Putin in Russian. In Kremlin, they tried to bomb him with a little tiny remote plane.
That was terrible. That was funny.
Wait, here, I think this is a video of the explosion. Well,
really?
Let's see. Here we go. Oh, yeah, really. Here, let me bigonate it. Let me mate it. Oh,
it's big enough. On. Press play.
Let's go.
See,
let's
you
find out who did. I fucked it up. What is happening here? Seriously, you go big screen and like, are you sure you want to put us on social media? No, nobody said that. Nobody said
what
that.
What the hell? Why is stuff stupid?
It's
okay.
Dumb,
I can see the
dude.
picture down there at the bottom. Kabloom.
Yeah. All right. So basically, man, it's really impressive to see this thing. How can I
refresh your page?
Stop. Daily Mail is like eating up all of my.
Gay.
It's the Navy. The Navy is climbed up in the butt of my browser. It won't let go. Close this one. Oh my gosh, it's not good.
I think it's everybody in your neighborhood getting up and eating your damn bandwidth 7 o'clock in the morning in Houston.
All right, let's try it again. Bigonate it and watch the video.
Quit pressing the buttons, Fred.
I'm not. Look how big it is. It's so dangerous. Boom. Boom. Oh, did you see that? Here it comes. Here it comes. It's in the sky.
That was it.
Yes,
that seriously was
the assassination attempt. That's it. Here, we got to.
That's not an assassination attempt. Oh, I don't want to spend 25 minutes trying to watch a freaking zoomed up. I don't care.
All right. Okay.
So it's not. No, I care. That's not what I don't want to spend 25 minutes trying to zoom it up because it's not. Things are not working right now.
Oh,
all right, that's fine.
That. That's their video.
Not an assassination attempt, in my opinion. I think that was I don't know.
Bullshit.
I don't know if it was.
You think that was bullshit story so that he can like roll more rockets into Ukraine or something?
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't put it past the guy to make up some bullshit like that. Look, they tried to blow me up. Now I'm going to fire more missiles.
They attempted to murder me.
You know, there was like a document that came out after 9/11. There was a document that came out after 9/11 that was from the it was right. God, I can't even end up saying this. Here comes a fucking train. I'm going to be drowned out. So there was a document that came out right after the Bay of Pigs. It didn't come. Jesus, never mind.
It's okay. Everybody, we all like the train. You want to
hear it? You want to hear how loud the son of a bitch is?
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's the train.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I get pissed off. Yeah, they strategically they decided let's put a fucking radio station right here 10 feet from.
You didn't know we were coming. Toot toot.
Yeah, and honestly, it's not only 20 yards from the train track. My studio, where I'm sitting, my outside wall is that wall 3 feet from me. And not only does it set 20 yards from a train track, there is a road right there and a road right down there. So guess what trains have to do when they cross roads? They have to blow their fucking whistle.
Yeah.
So they just lay on their whistle the whole time. So nice. I'm just screwed. Anyway, there was a document that came out that was a series of memos that was after the Bay of Pigs or right before the Bay of Pigs situation. I think it was before the Bay of Pigs or during this time. And it was a series of memos of senators and people in charge talking to each other. And they were basically agreeing that if they blew up our own Navy ship and blamed it on the Russians and Cuba, that would incite enough enough backing by the American people to go to war. And that the whole conversation in these memos that were during the 60s that didn't come out until the 2000s, the whole basis behind this was, we want to go to war. How do we do this? How do we keep this from the American public and incite patriotism in America without, and this ended up coming out that these senators had accepted the fact that they were willing to kill a certain number of Navy men in order to do this. I don't remember what we were initially.
They really just
in my one track mind.
They definitely they don't care. They act like they care. They get up on stages in front of flags and they act like they're patriotic and they believe in America.
Let's go to a different subject, man. Whatever we were talking about, it's over. The train derailed us.
I don't
want to talk about drag queens or gay people anymore. Can we steer clear of that?
Okay. We're steer clear of it today. Yes, we can steer clear of it.
I'm just done with drag queens for the day. I've had my fill. It's 7:04.
Maxed out
a.m. I'm maxed out on drag queens for the day. Thanks. Jeez.
Okay. All right. Let's see. There's a whistleblower, a credible whistleblower, alleges that he has FBI evidence, that the FBI has evidence of Biden engaging in a bribery scheme with a foreign national. This is coming out of the Senate Budget Committee ranking member Chuck Grassley and House Committee on Oversight and Accountability Chairman James Comer. And they released a joint statement saying that there is highly credible information the FBI is in possession of, and they want the FBI to release this information. There's apparently a unclassified form FD 1023 that describes an alleged criminal scheme involving the then Vice President Biden and foreign national relating to the exchange of money for policy decisions. After a letter from Comer and Grassley said to the Attorney General Merrick Garland and FBI Director Chris Wray, this is going to go nowhere because the FBI and Merrick Garland are just going to stonewall and we can't comment on a current investigation. So we're going to see a little bit of traction here. Now I'm not going to pull it up because there's nothing to really show yet, but that's a Kentucky rep right there, James Comer, who's going after the Bidens. Is going to get him. Let's see. Here's the story that. Let's see. Let me make sure I don't have any more. Let's go. Let's go with this. We have Elon Musk, NPR. Hey, you guys better start tweeting. You guys better start tweeting, or I'm going to give your Twitter handle to somebody else. Elon Musk threatens to give at NPR to another user unless they start tweeting again.
So NPR what do you think about this?
Hey,
what do you think?
It ain't theirs. It doesn't belong to them.
It doesn't belong to them. It belongs to him.
And they got to use it.
That's exactly right.
They got to use it because they were registered. And but if they're like, we're not going to tweet. We're not going to tweet.
Let me give you the arguments that I can come up with.
All right.
There's millions of people on there that haven't tweeted in a long time. You're going to give up theirs too?
Yeah, okay. They do. They have a policy. If you're squatting or if it's unused for over 6 months, then you can ask support, and support really doesn't. I mean, like most of the support people got fired last year, so they're not probably going to answer your email, but. But it is possible.
You've actually tried to do this before.
I was talking to a guy yesterday. There's a guy that has Twitter at JJW, and I've talked to this guy for like 10 years. Not one guy, several different people. Originally, it was a guy named John Woo, something like that, and he had it for like 8 or 9 years and never did anything. And I message him every once in a while, and then like he never ever responded. I'm like, hey, do you want this handle? Because if you don't want to use it, I want to use it because I'm JJW. And nothing. And then early this year, apparently John Woo sold it to some girl who was, I don't know, occupied with butts of some kind. And I was like, give me this. Would you be willing to turn this handle over? And she was like, give me money. And I was like, I'm not giving you money for something you're not even using. Give it to me. She didn't want to do that. And then yesterday I talked to the guy. I noticed that somebody else had acquired it. So she had given it to someone else, transferred it, probably sold it or something.
Sold it.
Yeah. And I'm like, hey, what's up? If you're not using this account, I would love to have it. And he's like, make an offer. And I'm like, I can't. That's in violation of Twitter policies. Anyway, so yeah.
That's would have been my response. Fuck you, I ain't making an offer.
Yeah, I'm not making my offer. My offer is
motherfucking people nowadays.
Let me have this thing. I'll use it. You won't. All right. Anyway, so NPR last month it was all of the he started labeling news organizations as government funded, state operated news organizations, things like that. And NPR was like, we're not going to do that. We're not state funded. Only like 69% of our money comes from the government. 69%. You don't know.
Look, as a 30-year media professional,
yeah.
My opinions on NPR is that they can go fuck themselves. I hope he gives away your goddamn Twitter handle. Y'all are a bunch of fucking biased assholes anyway. So screw you. Y'all, you are government funded, and you are on radio stations that are fucking listener funded. Every damn place that NPR is on, they are not on a station that is privately owned. They're always on a public radio station that is like a college station.
Yep.
And most college stations are public stations.
And we talked
all the
about
other ones are privately owned. And I'm not going to run a free. Why in the hell would I run free NPR? NPR better be paying me.
Right. But no, they want you to pay them to run their content. They want member stations to pay them. Yeah, right.
Fuck no. Oh my God. I've worked in radio too long. I've had too many people ask me in radio, how do you make money? How do you make money in radio? We sell air.
Yeah.
We sell air. You know, we have invested the money and did the petitions and did everything that we're supposed to do with the government and got licensed and got approved and everything to be able to broadcast on a certain frequency for a certain distance.
You and only you exclusively have the right to broadcast on that frequency in your region.
On that frequency in my region. So I can sell you advertisement. And the way that I can sell advertisement is I entice people to listen. I play interesting songs. Some people do talk. Some people do this. Some people do that. So
some people encourage you to, for instance, like and subscribe when you're on a Rumble channel.
Not really on the radio, but JJ is a narcissist and he's trying to figure out any way he can to get a like and subscribe.
We're up to 59 subs. We have hundreds of views, and we convert some of those views into subscribers, like 1 or 2 a day. It's pretty great.
Some of our shows have thousands of views.
That's true. That's true. All right. Here, and we got another story, Deacon. I know how much you care about Bud Light. Bud Light right now is offering free beer to wholesalers while sales are plummeting. They're having
because it's going to go green. Because it's going to go green if they don't get rid of it.
Yeah. In response to the plummeting Bud Light sales in the last week of April, parent company Anheuser-Busch is reportedly offering every wholesaler employee a free case of beer. Please take it home.
Please take it home.
Please take it home, drink it, and post on social media, especially showing how manly you are while you're drinking Bud Light.
Hilarious. Yeah, can you take off your shirt? If you got hair on your chest, can you take off your shirt and drink a beer and post that way? Yeah. That helps us out quite a bit.
Good job. Good job, Anheuser. I'm sure that's going to work out. Okay, this story is so effed up. Let's talk about, you want to talk about weird stuff or kind of like entertainment?
What?
Do you want to do like weird stuff or do you want to do like movies? Let's do movies. We got a few minutes. Let's do movies.
Let's do weird stuff. And then
I got the weirdest stuff you've ever seen.
I doubt that.
Okay. Here we got this lady spent $160,000 on leg lengthening surgery.
Okay, look. I don't want to see this story. I don't want to talk about this story. This hurts me. I don't even want you to please, if you're going to talk about it, don't describe the procedure. Or I'm going to go get some coffee or something.
All right.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see the X-rays. I don't want to see that. It makes me. I don't like that kind of stuff.
All right, we'll move on.
I actively avoid looking at, and when I saw that, I was like, oh, there was another story not too long ago that I saw where some midget girl, little person, whatever the fuck word I'm supposed to goddamn call them now, I don't know. I'm not around
little
midgets all
person.
the time. Little person. One of them got her legs lengthened and whatnot. So
Richter on our Rumble chat says, bitch.
Oh no. Bitch looks like Slender Man. Go back to that picture. I don't want to see the X-rays. I'll see the picture.
I couldn't even get it out. It was so funny.
You gotta read this story though.
Oh my
Is that
God.
not Photoshop?
No, it's not. That's real. That is real. She really did that to herself. Oh my God. That bitch looks like
She looks like a drawing I did in the 4th grade.
Oh my God. This is why we do the show in the morning. All the other shit is just to get here. This is why we do it. This is so funny.
Can you read the story? Can I read
Teresa
the story?
Fisher.
I don't want you read it.
I'll read it. Teresa Fisher, who starred on Germany's Celebrity Big Brother, has undergone 2 surgeries to lengthen her legs, and she now stands 6 feet tall when barefoot. The 34-year-old underwent 2 operations to insert adjustable telescopic rods into her tibia, which are her shin bones, adding an extra 5.5 inches to her height. So she was like 5.5 feet tall. Is that right?
That's not fucking unusual.
That's tall for women. And she was like, I need to be taller. The surgery cost $124,000, but medications and physical therapy bumped her bill up to $161,000, all of which she paid with the modeling checks that she hopes will increase after these procedures. Oh, you think so?
Oh, she wants to be a model. That's why. Are you tall? Yeah, you are. You're fucking like 6'8" or some shit like that. How tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
Oh, you're tall.
I'm tall. I mean, I consider myself average height, but then I don't think that's
my best friend. He's still my good friend. My best friend all through high school and college and stuff like that was a guy that was 6'8", and so I always said I was 5'11.5". Yeah, he was tall.
Yeah,
he was huge.
That's 6'8".
And I always said I was 5'11.5", and people would be like, and a half. And I'm like, dude, when your best friend's 6'8", that half makes a big difference. All right, it makes all the difference.
Yeah.
I'm 5'11.5". I'm almost 6 foot tall.
Round up in your mind.
So now that my kids are older and whatnot, my son and my daughter, they were picking on me one day, like last year, and they were like, "You're not 5'11.5". You're shorter than that." And I started measuring. I'm fucking like 5'10" now, dude. I swear to Jesus that I have been almost 6 foot tall my entire life. I haven't been making that up. I haven't been measuring wrong.
You were.
I've shrunk.
Well, what happens?
I mean,
cartilage compresses in your spine.
I don't know what happened, but I lost like 70-something pounds not too long ago. I mean, I've shrunk.
Maybe some of that was on the sole of your feet. No?
I don't know. I don't know. You're shorter now.
Down. All right. This dumb.
You think I should get leg lengthening surgery? God almighty,
you should
man.
Consider it.
Oh.
Here. Is this
no.
No. Look, this is. She does look like Slender Man. She looks ridiculous. She thinks she's gonna be maybe she'll. I don't know. Whatever. People are crazy, dude.
Her legs are as tall as the rest of her whole body.
She's got a waist. She's got a torso like this. Yeah. No, she looks stupid. But whatever. God bless her. Do what you want,
man. Well, Dad used to say, old Pappy used to say, different strokes for different folks, son.
Yeah.
Different strokes for different folks.
Oh my God.
All right. You got a really cool, the coolest story you had today was the last one. And I was like, oh, that's the coolest one. And JJ won't talk about that.
Oh, and you're talking about I put this in here because I thought you'd be interested, but I do want to do trailers. So let's do this and then we'll do trailers.
Okay.
All right. I know what you know, when I'm looking for stories, sometimes I'm like, a lot of times I'm like, I think this is hilarious, but other times I'm like, I think Deacon would like this.
I do that too. I'm like, I think this will be a JJ story.
Scientists recover an ancient woman's DNA from a 20,000-year-old pendant. They call it a pendant.
Cool.
It's a tooth with a hole in it, so they could run string through it.
Cool. Yeah.
Artifacts made of bone, stone, or teeth provide important insights into the subsistence strategies of early humans. Blah blah blah. So they invented a new DNA extraction method for this thing because they found this thing. It was so old and so likely to be contaminated that when they found it, they contained it and like scooped it up in like wherever the dirt it was in or whatever, and kept it without touching it. You know, kept it hermetically sealed. And then they invented this phosphorus wash. So they take the tooth and they put it into this bath of like some sort of phosphorus chemical, something like that, and they wash the tooth in this chemical and water, and then and that does not damage the tooth and it does not damage the pendant. And then they take the water that they washed it in, and they're able to get DNA samples.
Ooh, that's cool.
Right? Pretty cool. So they have now the DNA part, you know, not probably the entire genome, but they have like a substantial amount of DNA from the woman, singular individual that very likely wore this necklace. Now I say woman, but because biologically it has two XX chromosomes, it might have identified as a man. I don't know. We can't know. That's the way the future's going to be.
I freaking spit up on that one. I freaking spit on my freaking mouse pad here in front of me. I swear to God. You're right. They might have identified.
I don't want to be offensive.
They might have identified as a saber-toothed woolly mammoth or something. I don't know. It's not for us to judge.
They first used this on a set of artifacts in from a French cave, Quinquet, excavated in the 1970s and 1990s. And it was possible to get the DNA of like animals from which the artifacts were made. And then to overcome the problem of modern human contamination, they focused on material that had been freshly excavated using gloves and face masks. And, you know, so they tried to keep it really, really clean. Anyway, they found this pendant in the Denisova cave. And then so the thing I thought interesting about this was they estimate that the owner of this thing was, I think 19 to 25,000 years ago. Okay, so I'm going to read this part. Based on the analysis of mitochondrial DNA, the small part of the genome that is exclusively inherited from the mother to their children, researchers concluded that most of the DNA likely originated from a single human individual. Using the Wapiti and human mitochondrial genomes, I don't know what a Wapiti is, they were able to estimate the age of the pendant from
fruit from Africa.
Oh, really? Is it? Don't stop. I believed you. I listened to
Sorry,
you.
I know I could get you sometimes.
So using the Wapiti and the human mitochondrial genomes, they were able to estimate the age of the pendant at 19 to 25,000 years without sampling the precious object for C14 dating. C14 dating is, of course, they would have to scrape it and destroy part of it. Now, that means that the aging of this artifact is based entirely on, well, we have some genome material and we're guessing.
Most of that shit's a guess anyway, JJ.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Now, you know, most of the shit that we've been taught and told for hundreds of years about history and stuff has been a guess. And now that we have technology and we have people like Graham Hancock and stuff like that are actually going out and looking for things and finding weird stuff and asking questions, mainstream, you know, the mainstream people are going, Graham Hancock's crazy, and this is crazy, and all this is crazy because it goes against everything that we've been taught for hundreds of years.
Right.
Well, I propose the question, what if everything we've been taught for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years has been incorrect?
Right.
Not
a lie, just what if it wasn't right?
I don't know if it's Graham Hancock, but it was somebody who had a quote that was humans are a race with amnesia. We are. We are a race with amnesia because we don't remember anything that happened. We're just guessing on ancient humans and what happened because we don't know. And so it's really interesting. I've been digging down for about 6 months into the possibility that there was ancient civilizations before we know that were technologically advanced to do stuff, or maybe even possibly had technology that we don't have. So we can't figure out how they've done stuff because we don't have that technology, and we can't, like, it's like an ant couldn't figure out how to run an iPhone, right?
Right.
Because they don't have that technology. Same
so
concept.
I was having this conversation.
Maybe they had a technology that we don't know about.
I was having this conversation a couple days ago with my a week or two ago. I think we talked about Denisovans last week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I do want to shout out Word Dunlap in our chat. We haven't seen Word Dunlap in our Rumble chat before. Welcome to the show. Thanks for hanging out. Denisovans. I was talking about we did a show a few weeks ago about the Denisovans, and there was a cave in Nevada, and like the Indian folk in the area ran these Denisovans up into the cave and then smoked them and killed them and murdered them all. Okay, there is this. So we were talking about ancient civilizations before. Now that's not an ancient advanced civilization, but it is evidence of an ancient race of human-like things that were not humans in the way we constitute now, but they did exist.
When you say advanced, you need to differentiate that word.
What is it? What does it mean?
When you say advanced, you need to define that word, because a lot of people, when you say advanced, they're thinking, cell phones, computers. No, that's not what we mean when we say that. Advanced could just mean that they were an Iron Age culture when everybody else was a Stone Age culture.
You are going the same place I'm going.
Advanced civilization.
There is a site called I think it's called it's down in Bolivia. I think it's called like Puma Punka, something like that. Puma Punka. And this site,
I know what you're talking about.
They have these. They have this. The ruins of this building structure, incredibly old, possibly like 15,000 years old, and they
don't know how they've gotten
that. The edges are all straight
and stuff.
And
it's crazy.
They're cut like an incredibly. They're cut crazy straight.
That's not the only one, JJ. But that kind of thing is everywhere that we're finding.
There are in the blocks that form the building. In some of them, there are cutouts that are keystone cutouts. So you would cut where two blocks meet together. There are two cutouts, and on the end of the cutouts, it cuts horizontally. It makes like an H shape. You put two blocks together. You have these two cutouts, and you pour liquid metal into it, and it now becomes a key to hold them together, which requires you have the ability to smelt metal and hold it together. But where's the metal? Where's the metal? It's been 16,000 years. The shit fucking corroded. It's gone.
Yeah.
So
it's very interesting. I've been getting into that. So and I want to get, because we got a short time. We want to do some more. But I want to put this up here. Okay. All right. I want to be fair. Jeremy says, or what if the Bible tells the truth about genealogy and the earth is only 6,000 years old? I'm going to put that out there as well.
Maybe
some people believe that, and that's fine if you believe that. I'm not judging you. Some people that I love with all of my heart and would sacrifice my life for believe that. So I'm not judging.
I
can't help what I believe. I used to believe stuff, and as I've gotten older, my beliefs have changed a little bit on things, and I'm saying maybe my beliefs will change even more in 20 years. But I'm just saying.
I will say this: I believe the Bible, and the Bible tells a number of stories across time, and certain people have said, "Oh, that means that adds up to 6,000 years. It must be 6,000 years old." That's not what it says.
I don't
It
want to.
tells the story of
I'm not a,
lineages and stuff. So it's
yeah,
not.
I'm not
It's
going to
so
get into
if
that.
some people want to believe that, okay, but
That's
it's not.
cool.
I'm gonna.
It's awesome.
I call that non-essential. It's also non-essential to believe that the Earth is billions of years old, or hundreds of thousands, or millions of years old. Oh, yeah, it's not essential. You can. It doesn't matter what you believe in that regard. It really doesn't, in my opinion. Okay. Let's talk about what you wanted to
That
do.
was
Something else.
we went completely off rails, but that was a nice little
Well,
discussion.
well,
I
I was
really enjoy
saying
stuff like
that
that.
from this tooth, oh, it's 20,000-year-old woman. We think maybe because we have some DNA evidence and we're guessing.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
yeah. It's kind of like the way that we know these artifacts are this old because it's in this dirt that's that old. Well, how do you know that dirt is that old? Oh, because it has these artifacts that are that old in that dirt. So that's how we all know how old the dirt is.
Another thing that I was watching yesterday, just real
It's,
quick, we won't have to get into this, but another thing we was watching yesterday, because I mentioned with technology and, we have LiDAR that's showing us stuff that
yeah.
X-rays and stuff like that we never had before that we're discovering now. In these last 20 years, we're discovering and answering questions now that for 2,000 years we've said it's one way. Well, now we're asking these questions because we're discovering things. Well, the one thing that I was watching yesterday, and it was like, oh, you know what one of the consequences of global warming is? Antarctica is thawing, and we're finding some really fucking weird shit underneath the ice.
Is there really?
Gigantic fucking structures underneath the ice that should not be there. These are not little villages that they're finding. They're finding gigantic structures buried underneath the ice with X-rays.
Let's do some stuff on that
Not
tomorrow.
little village, not little. Yeah,
let's do that.
We can have Weird Friday.
Yeah, we'll do some. I want to see some. We'll do ancient. We'll do some stories of ancient civilizations. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can. Yeah, I'll try to find some.
We'll just find some stories that kind of substantiate this. Okay.
Our viewership will go down to 4.
No way. They're gonna show up. No, people want to know about ancient humans.
They do.
Yeah, no, and they want to know, did those ancient humans identify? Okay, whatever. All right, I got Deacon. I saw this. Yeah, I saw this yesterday. First of all, I am a massive, massive fan of the Dune books by Frank Herbert.
Yes.
Not the ones by his kid. Those are fucking stupid. But Dune by Frank Herbert is right. Art. It's high art to me. Okay. And I love the 1980 film adaptation that's crazy. And I love the Sci-Fi Channel.
It was a good one.
Television adaptation that was
from
the early 2000s. Super great. Hello, darling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come here. Okay. So I saw yesterday that the trailer for Dune Part 2 by Villeneuve is now available. So we're going to have this very soon. So guys, get ready for to watch the Dune trailer. What do you think? Yes? You down? Let's do it.
It's breathtaking.
No sound. Oh, never mind.
Here, imagine water. If you dive in, you can't reach the bottom.
You dive in.
Yes, it's called swimming.
I don't believe you.
It's low. Sorry. Here.
In the shadows of Arrakis lie many secrets. But the darkest of them all may remain. The end of House Atreides.
Your father didn't believe in revenge.
What if Paul Atreides were still alive?
Ooh, he looked creepy.
Have you ever had a dream about your first ride?
Don't try to impress anyone. You're brave, we all know that. Be simple. Be direct. Nothing fancy.
I understand. Nothing fancy.
You will never lose me, Paul Atreides.
Is that Mary Jane?
Yeah, that's Zendaya. She played MJ in the Tom Holland Spider-Man
Let
movies.
thy knife chip and shatter.
I didn't watch part 1. I wanted to wait until part 2 came out to watch them both together.
Seriously? Oh, wow.
Josh Brolin's in that?
Yeah, Josh Brolin and Drax.
It's your boy Zach.
Oh,
and I do
oh,
not.
oh, that's embarrassing. Don't, guys, get off of my YouTube. Get off of my YouTube. Okay, so that is Dune Part 2. So you haven't seen Part 1. Part
didn't
1
watch
is
it on
a
purpose.
very good adaptation. It's artful. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
I've heard from the Dune people that liked Dune that read the book that they liked this version, but other people have, the masses, the internet's complained
Yeah.
about it. The internet complained about
Yeah,
it.
but they always complain about everything. Now, I still love the Sci-Fi Channel adaptation better, but I haven't seen the rest
I never
of this
watched
yet.
that one.
Yeah,
I watched the old one from the 80s. I remember watching that one.
Oh, that one's
but
crazy.
and I'll admit this, I've never read the book. It's always been one of those that I've wanted to read, and I honestly think that this is going to make me read the book. My next book I'm reading is The Princess Bride. My son Deacon has made he's very much pushing me to read that. So yeah, I would like to read the books. It's always been on my.
It's not even necessary to read all of the books, just the first book. Now the second and third books, and even up to God King Dune, they tell a very interesting story. It's very esoteric, and it really they contemplate different kind of aspects of humanity, most especially the fact that there can be in history a need for an oppressor, because an oppressor constrains humanity to keep power, and it is the process of being constrained and withheld and oppressed that causes humanity to rebel and burst out of that and expand.
Create.
And that is the story that happens in Dune again and again and again. That forces want power, and they concentrate to get power, and then humanity resists and overcomes. And because humanity needs something sometimes to constrain it, it does that justify a tyrant to exist. You must exist.
Same principle on boredom fosters creativity. When your child says, "I'm bored," do not hand them an electronic device. Tell them tough, find something to do. Because boredom fosters creativity. Same principle. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, the first Dune book is amazing. We should maybe over the summer we'll do like a book club. Huh? No? Probably not.
Yeah, because Fringe Fridays worked so well. Maybe
work.
we'll do a book club.
Look,
I saw that on my watch list the other day. I was going through my Prime, and I'm like, damn it, I want to finish Fringe.
Yeah, good.
I'm just going to finish it. I know, that's what I thought the other day. I thought, I know Brian Perkins.
Yeah, I know he's probably mad at us, but the reality is we started doing some other things that people started watching, and we
had more than 2 viewers, so we had to do something else.
You can lead a horse to water.
All right. So join our Discord server. Send us, find the playlist. Listen to Mandolin Rain by Bruce Hornsby and the Range. Send us your dad jokes so that JJ will be prepared and have a dad joke.
You guys think this is a joke that I forget every morning, but
no, it's not a joke. I know it's not a joke. They might think it is. It's the real thing. I know. That's why I say this every day. Oh, so send in your dad jokes for JJ, please, because he's gotten a couple that he's used, and we greatly appreciate that. JJ, I have figured out why coffee has gotten so expensive.
Oh,
lately.
how do you know?
Yeah, everybody's trying to stay woke. Is that a good one? That was kind of okay.
You got an authentic chuckle, like an
Okay, yeah.
initial, but then then I digested it, and I'm like, no, I'm offended.
Yeah. All right. All right. All right. I got another one for you.
Okay.
Did you hear about the agnostic, dyslexic, insomniac philosopher?
Agnostic, dyslexic, insomniac
Philosopher.
I have not.
Yeah, he was up for days writing a thesis that pondered the existence of dog.
Okay, that one's good.
All right, thank you. I like long, stupid jokes like that, and I liked that one. I was like, okay, that's
I appreciate the enormous setup for the.
Yeah, that's what I appreciate.
Doesn't quite pay off. Turn on the end. Yeah. Why, Deacon? Why are skeletons so calm?
I don't know this one.
Nothing gets under their
skin. Why are skeletons so calm? What?
Nothing gets under their skin.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay, I never heard that one before. Okay, I was trying to guess the answer. I try to guess JJ's.
Yeah, I know
jokes because he gets AI'd around.
All right. Hey, once again, thank you guys for watching on the show. Thank you for participating in our live chat. If you don't mind, hit the thumbs up button before you leave. Make sure you hit the follow so you can watch us every morning, drink coffee, and participate in our conversation. And welcome to Word Dunlap. Haven't seen you here before.
Please hit the thumbs up button because we see all the views, the view numbers, and then we see the thumbs up button, and it makes my self-esteem go down. So don't make me.
The only way I can interpret it is that people are watching us and they're actively like, these idiots, they don't know what they're doing.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You guys should, hey, I was thinking like maybe I should make this into a t-shirt.
I think you should.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks for watching.